Today, I want us to talk about something we consume a lot of time: fats. Whether we are choosing the right ones and how these fats affect our bodies. We must understand this. There are 7 types of fats in our diet, ranging from those that can significantly benefit your health to others that can harm you. Some fats potentially save your life, while others pose serious risk. Let's break them down one by one so you can understand what they are, how they function in your body, and where you can find them. The most essential and beneficial fatty acid in our diet are omega-3s. These fats are heart healthy, anti-inflammatory, and protective against Alzheimer's disease because they support neural structure and function. Research shows that omega-3s deficiency can lead to various health problems, including cardiovascular disease and depression. Unfortunately, omega-3s are scarce and we don't get enough from our diet. So where can we find omega-3s? There are 2 main sources. 1. We can get them from plant-based source. So if you are a vegan, you can get omega-3s in the form of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, found in foods like flax seeds, walnuts, and chia seeds. ALA is beneficial, offering anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular protective effects. 2. We can get them from marine sources. Apart from alpha-linolenic acids, the 2 other crucial omega-3s, icosapentaenoic and docosahexaenoic, DHA, are vital for neural transmission, brain health, and cell membrane stability. However, these are only found in marine life. Fish don't produce omega-3s themselves. They get them by eating algae, which are the original producers. When we eat fish, we consume this fat third-hand. For vegans, this poses a challenge. Alpha-linolenic acids doesn't readily convert to EPA and DHA in the body. Conversion rates are extremely low. Since EPA and DHA are critical for optimal health, supplementation becomes necessary. Vegans-friendly algae-based supplements are a solution, as they directly provide EPA and DHA. But note that not all fish oils or supplements are equal. Fish oil capsules must come from wild fish that eat algae. Farm fish, which are often fed corn-based diets high in omega-6 fatty acids, don't provide the same benefit. Omega-3s are indispensable for supporting mitochondrial function, reducing inflammation, stabilizing neuronal membranes, and maintaining cardiovascular health. Yet many of us fall short in consuming enough, making it a priority to include them in your diet or through supplementation. Number 2 on the list is monosaturated fatty acids, specifically oleic acids, which is abundant in olive oil. Oleic acid is highly beneficial fatty acid because it serves as the natural ligand for a liver receptor called peroxisome polyphenol activated receptor alpha, PPAR alpha. Think of PPAR alpha as the liver's fuel gauge. It helps the liver works more efficiently and plays a crucial role in energy dynamics and mitochondrial function. When PPAR alpha is activated, energy burning improves, making oleic acid an excellent fatty acid for excellent overall health. However, there's a caveat with olive oil. The very characteristics that makes it monosaturated, the presence of a double bond in its carbon chain, also makes it sensitive to heat. Fatty acids can be classified as cis or natural, or trans or unnatural, and our bodies lack the enzyme to break trans double bonds. Olive oils contain cis fatty acids, which are good for you. But when olive oil is heated past its smoked point, this double bond can flip, transforming the cis fatty acids into harmful trans fats. Trans fats are toxic and can lead to a host of health problems. To avoid this, consume olive oil at room temperature, such as in salads, dressing, or drizzle over cooked dishes, rather than using it for high heat cooking. Keeping olive oil out of the frying pan preserves its benefits and avoid creating harmful compounds. The third type of fat I want to talk about is polysaturated fatty acids. You can get polysaturated fatty acid from omega-3 sources like fatty fish, flax seeds and flaxseed oil, chia seeds, walnuts, alga oil, and you can also get them from omega-6 sources like vegetable oils, nuts, and seeds. Polysaturated fats, particularly omega-3s, are known to lower triglycerides, reduce blood pressure, and decrease the risk of heart disease by improving cholesterol levels. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation throughout the body, which can alleviate symptoms of inflammatory diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis and may benefit conditions such as asthma. DHA is crucial for brain health. It supports cognitive function and may help protect against neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Some studies suggest that omega-3 fatty acids can help alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety, and adequate intake of omega-3 during pregnancy is important for fetal brain development and may influence cognitive abilities later in life. However, polysaturated structure contain multiple double bonds, which makes them prone to chemical changes under certain conditions. While they generally have a high smoking point than monosaturated fats, which reduce the risk of turning into harmful trans fats, this transformation is still possible with excessive heat. That said, moderation is key. Consuming too many polysaturated fats has been linked to immune system problems, potentially impairing your body's abilities to fight infections or regulate inflammation effectively. So while they are beneficial in the right amount, overconsumption can have unintended consequences. Number 4 is saturated fatty acids. Saturated fats don't have double bonds between the carbon atoms in their fatty acid chain, which make them saturated with hydrogen atom. They are typically solid at room temperature. They are found in animal products like red meat, poultry, dairy products, and processed meat. You can also get them from plant sources like coconut oil, palm oil, and palm kernel oil, some baked goods, and fried foods. Polysaturated fats are not a single entity. They come in two forms: even chain saturated fatty acids, found primarily in red meat. These are metabolized in one way. 2. All chain saturated fatty acids, found in dairy products. These have a unique phospholipid signature with a polar tail that allows them to bind and activate other molecules in the body. This gives them anti-inflammatory properties, which is the opposite of the health risk often associated with saturated fats. Research shows that dairy saturated fats may have protective effects, while red meat saturated fats are neutral, not as harmful as previously believed, but not necessarily beneficial either. So saturated fats are not inherently good or bad. The type of saturated fat and its source makes a big difference. Dairy-based saturated fats in particular have demonstrated health benefits, challenging the old narrative that all saturated fats are harmful. While saturated fats are integral parts of many diets, moderation is key. The consensus among health organizations is to limit saturated fat intake and replace it with a healthier unsaturated fat when possible. Individuals with existing heart conditions or concerns about cholesterol should consult healthcare professionals for personalized dietary advice. Number 5. Medium chain triglycerides, MCTs. MCTs are shorter triglycerides, typically made up of 10 to 14 carbon atoms, compared to standard fatty acids, which are often 16 to 22 carbon long. This shorter chain length makes MCTs unique in how they are metabolized. Unlike long chain fatty acids, MCTs bypass the lymphatic system and go straight to the liver for processing, providing a quick source of energy. MCTs are abundant in coconut oil, which has made them a popular choice in paleo and vegan diets, and is often thought of as a healthier cooking fat. However, when the liver is overloaded with both saturated fats and MCTs, it can strain the liver's mitochondria. This may lead to an accumulation of liver fat, which can pose long-term health risks. So MCTs can be beneficial, especially as a quick energy source, but their overall impact depends on your diet context. Pairing them with a high intake of other fats may reduce their benefits and create potential downsides. Moderation and balance are always key. Number 6. Omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 fatty acids are commonly found in seed oil, like soybean oil, are a double-edged sword. While they play a role in supporting the immune response, they are also pro-inflammatory. The key omega-6 fatty acid is linoleic acid, LA, which is different from alpha-linoleic acid, which is omega-3. Despite their similar names, they have very different effects on the body. Omega-6 are converted in arachidonic acids, which serves as a precursor for pro-inflammatory compounds. These compounds are essential for responding to acute infection and injuries, helping to eliminate invaders and initiate healing. However, when omega-6 levels are excessive, they promote chronic inflammation, which is harmful and contribute to diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. The optimal balance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in the diet is thought to be 3:1, or ideally 1:1. Unfortunately, the average ratio in the modern Western diet is closer to 20:1 or 25:1, far exceeding healthy levels. This imbalance comes from the widespread use of omega-6 rich seed oil in processed and packaged foods, combined with insufficient omega-3 intake. To address this, boosting omega-3 intake is crucial, but the question of whether reducing omega-6 is equally important remains debated. Some experts argue that simply increasing omega-3s is enough. Others believe that lowering omega-6 consumption is also essential for rebalancing the ratio and reducing chronic inflammation. While the debate continues, one thing is clear: Bringing your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio closer to balance is key to reducing inflammation and supporting overall health. Number 7, trans fats. Trans fats are often considered the worst offenders among dietary fats. The secret behind their durability lies in their structure. Trans fats has trans double bonds, which are structurally different from the cis double bond found in natural fats. Bacteria can't digest trans fats because they lack the enzyme to break the trans bond. The problem is neither can we. Humans' mitochondria, originally revolved from bacteria, also lack this enzyme. As a result, trans fats accumulate in the liver, causing significant harm. Over time, this build-up contributes to fatty liver, cardiovascular disease, and a cascade of other health issues. Consuming trans fat is akin to introducing a toxic substance into your body, one that the body is ill-equipped to process or eliminate. Trans fats are the dietary equivalent to poison, causing lasting harm and offering no benefits. Across all the 7 types of fats, they are undeniably the worst. Of all the 7 types of fats, we are consuming far too many of the harmful ones like trans fats and omega-6, and not nearly enough of beneficial ones like omega-3 and monosaturated fats and specific saturated fats. This imbalance is a major contributor to mitochondrial dysfunction, which underpins many chronic diseases. Addressing fat intake is a critical step towards a better health. So always choose more of the omega-3s and monosaturated fats. And this is for informational purposes only. So before you make any significant changes to your diet, please consult a dietitian or a doctor. Thanks so much for watching. Please do well to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And if this is a valuable information to you, share it amongst your friends and family. And see you later.